Running is what I do. 3,126 miles, and I'll do that in 100 days.
I was approached by a business colleague who said there was an opportunity to work with a nonprofit on a docuseries. And I threw my hat in the ring instantly, wanting to be a part of it. I didn't know exactly what they were doing, so they flew out the man behind the mission, Stan Cottrell, who is a legendary runner. He was the first man to ever run across China.
The adventure of a lifetime. China Run.
First man to ever run across the U.S. from coast to coast. He's just legendary runner, and supposedly Forrest Gump was based on him. So I was all in, excited about it. It turned out he had this amazing nonprofit behind his mission of running, and running really is just the vehicle for the mission.
Run with the real-life Forrest Gump.
The mission was to raise funds for people in need, mainly children in need. That was probably the biggest thing. And even beneath that, another level down, he was all about making people realize that they need to break down the barriers between people and connect one to another. So it was all about promoting friendship and that we're all one big earthly family and we should all be loving each other. I thought he was a brilliant man. I thought the mission was brilliant, and we got right behind it, and we had a great time helping him raise awareness for his cause. We were actually up against a studio in Hollywood for this, and we were very fortunate that our friend Ken put our hat in the ring for us. He said, I know these guys, they're amazing, they're go-getters, they're hard workers, they'll do a good job for you. And Stan came out and he met with us in person. And he spent the entire night with us just talking. And by the end of the night of us just getting to know each other, he said, you're my guys. Like he felt that he could trust us and we felt that we could trust him. And it created a nice bond. He felt that we weren't in this to get rich. We were in this because we wanted to be a part of the mission. We wanted to tell Stan's story. That's the biggest thing. I wanted to tell that story because it was amazing. And he had this great mission and this great cause. I'm like, please let me tell this story because I want to be a part of it. It was a spectacular thing to be involved in.
Hi, my name is Ken Rolfness. I've got to tell you, Stax marketing is unbelievable. And I'll tell you what happened. We were in the process of trying to find a good film crew. And while we were doing that, it's hard. It's just, there's so much that goes into it and details. And so we went out and met with some people. It wasn't there. And I came back. And I've known Bryce for a long time, but I had no idea of the skill sets or the equipment that he had here. I'm talking top-notch equipment, professional stuff that you pay ridiculous money for. And I told him my dilemma, and he said, it's funny. He goes, but this is what I do. This is actually what I mainly do. So we started talking. I then started to see some of the work. And once I saw the caliber of the work, I thought, oh my gosh, this is the place that I need to come.
The main goal for this project was to raise awareness for Stan's cause. And at the same time, we needed to generate funds for his charities. They wanted to help children dealing with cancer, and they also wanted to help children dealing with homelessness. Also generate funds to keep his run moving. He ran from Los Angeles to Washington, D.C. in 4 months. It's 30 miles a day, and that takes quite a bit of money to keep a team on the road doing it while they're trying to work to generate donations to get funds for their charities. That's quite a bit of work, and it was all put in our corner. We were to make a docu-series to promote after the fact, and then we were also doing the marketing while we were on the road to help create interest and events and advertising so that people knew we were going to be there and knew what we were there to do. And it was a lot of work, but it was good. We went through incredible challenges on a filming perspective. It was very physically, emotionally difficult. But on top of that, there was the difficulty of people trying to abuse the charity, people who would try and join the cause with a secondary agenda, people who wanted to use the publicity of the run for their own selfish gain, people who saw the run, the charity, as a vehicle to drive home their own personal income. This was something that drove us nuts on the run because we felt like we were sacrificing a lot to be there to help this cause, and people were just trying to use Stan. There was also the challenge of trying to help people understand that this is a charity worth giving to. There's many charities out there. We had to break through people's wall to let them know this is a legitimate charity with a legitimate cause trying to do something amazing, and we need you to help donate to it. Otherwise we can't continue. We'll get stuck out here in the middle of the country. All the funds that we generated for that cause went to functioning the run, and then the rest of it went straight to the charity. Nowhere else. We were able to generate quite a bit of money just straight for that cause. One of my favorite things about whenever I delivered a video to the Amazing Friendship Run was they always were just flabbergasted by the final product. They were always, oh wow, this video, it's so beautiful. It looks so good. It sounds so good. Oh, it's emotional. I'm crying right now as I watch it. Oftentimes when you work with businesses, you kind of get the opposite reaction. People get very nitpicky, they're unhappy. These guys, they loved everything we did. And to know that they could feel the creativity in the videos and that it had an emotional connection with them, that's what we're always after. People buy things because of emotions. Same thing with donations. People donate based on emotion. So if I can give a video to a client and they can get all the feels, that right there is going to resonate with a client, with a donor. So the fact that we could get them to feel the emotions and they saw that and they appreciated it, it's just fuel on the fire. Just made me want to make even better videos, make more videos, as we definitely made a whole lot more videos than we actually signed on to do. It was definitely a passion project, a labor of love.
So we've been working together for a short time, and I have been over ecstatic. I have been, a lot of people will overpromise and underdeliver. Stax Marketing, they don't do that. They give you the right thing. They give you the right camera equipment, the direction. I got myself caught into a couple, not sure what to say or what to do, and they offered instructions that made it so much easier. And so if you're looking for a film crew that's got the best equipment, I'm talking movie quality stuff, you need to come and talk to Bryson, David, and the team at Stax Marketing.
That project had a profound effect on me and how I view nonprofits. And after that experience, I view nonprofits as a sacred thing. If I can, at all costs, I will protect the nonprofit from the people working within it and the people outside of it that want to get into it. There are people sometimes that have selfish ideas that they can use these little charities for their own personal gain. This run taught me that nonprofits need an advocate and they need people with integrity who will protect them. So many of them have wonderful people inside of them that it's their passion. They don't do it to make money. They do it because they love it and because they believe in it. And I'm one of those people. My team, they are those people. We will protect a nonprofit at all costs because their mission is sacred, their funds are sacred, and we want to make sure they get to the right place and that the mission gets accomplished.
I'm Stan Cottrell. I'm the character that's getting ready to run across the United States for the third time at 78 years old. If I lost my mind, maybe. But I'm having a lot of fun doing it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I want to tell you about a new group in my life, Stax Studios. And they're making the film of this run. And I love them. I love that young genius. I love the passion in them. They're an adventure you don't want to miss.
We made it. We made it from coast to coast, which was a feat on its own. Leaving our families for 4 months to go do that was not easy. We were able to generate the funds to get us all the way across the country. We arrived with no money in our pockets, and we were able to generate funds the whole way to get to where we were going. When we came home, we didn't have any money in our pockets, but the charity had money, which was good. We were able to generate over $1 million in funds for the charities that Stan was running for.
Somebody said, what are you going to do after you run across the United States? And I was thinking, what else? Why do I need to do anything else? Why does Stan run? If there is a purpose, it's to help break down the walls that not only divide countries, but also walls that divide one human being from another or one heart from another. How many victories have been lost because people give up 5 minutes too soon? But every time that I'm at that crossroads, 5 more minutes, go 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. I know it's down in me. It's deep down in me. Bring that inner strength, so forth. And it's everybody has it. Everybody has that power within them. Get ready, world. You ain't seen nothing yet.